We know that if I'm on my back and Nate chokes me, I can tuck the chin, put a little pressure on the wrists, lift the hips, and drive the heels to the ground. And this makes him go far enough away that he can't reach my neck. So, you know, if I'm attacking and I'm on top, and someone just took away this choke, my aggression doesn't diminish. In fact, it probably grows because I couldn't do what I wanted to do to punish this person for whatever they did to me. Right? Persons who are attacking and aggressing are driven wild with that kind of rage, and that's what motivates the fight. So part of the de-escalation process is managing that rage also. I can count on the fact that Nate, having failed the choke, means he's going to move to something else, most likely a punch. So just like with this position, I drag the heels down and push the hips up to move Nate away. When Nate sits up to punch, I pull him in. You see? My hands go straight up the middle so that anything that goes down has to go around my hands to get to my face. Right? And I pull my knees in. Now, alternatively, if you want to be extremely safe, you cover your face and pull the knees in. But this motion here, where I retract the knees to the chest, I'm taking advantage of Nate sitting up, and I crest him over that hill, and he drops into a closer position. Remember that when we were standing earlier and talking about the effectiveness of striking from a close position, it was greatly minimized, right? When Mr. Vivek and I were standing there and I was clinching him and had his arm tucked under my armpit and was around his back and my head on his chest, it was harder to hit me than it was if we were exchanging in striking range. So this is the same thing, but off my back on the ground. Amazing, right? Amazing. So Nate sits up and I pull him close. And look, two things have to happen. One is that I hold his head and I pull it to the other side of my body. The second thing is over here, I take this elbow and I lock it down on his arm. And I keep my head up. Because if I keep my head down, maybe Nate headbutts me. Oh, yes, right? So I keep my head up. And I keep my head up and I stay close to him here. Nate may try to punch me in the head with this arm, but he can't because it's locked down. Nate may try to punch me in the head with that arm, but I move my head away, and because I pull his head towards his arm, he doesn't have the angle he needs, right? So Nate wants to get this arm free. Guess what he's going to do? Come over here so you guys can see. When Nate sees this arm is stuck and he wants to punch me in the face, he's going to swim the arm inside. And if I don't do anything, he's going to punch me in the face, right? So here's the trick. It's really simple. When Nate swims, I swim. When Nate swims, I swim. That's it. All right? Let's say that Nate swims with the other arm. Let's go over here now. Migration to the east. Right? Let's say Nate swims this arm. See, already he's creating distance, and now I could get punched, so I can't just swim. I'm just going to switch the hands on the head. Because the principle is always the head and the arm. So as soon as Nate swims inside here, switch, pull the head this way, and then I swim. See, I just recreate the scenario on the opposite side. Right? So let's go back to where we were. And Nate's going to swim, switch hands, and swim. That's it. All right? That's where you start. That's called stage one. Go ahead.